is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Street Fighter 6 is fun, but it's very stressful, right? When I'm in the heat of playing and something goes wrong and I freak out and I punch my controller and people get upset with me and they're like, oh my god, Phil, you're so upset. And I'm like, actually, it's just Street Fighter, you know, it gets my blood boiling, it gets my adrenaline up, and if something goes wrong, I'm gonna freak out. That's kind of the part of the experience, you know?
But there's a lot of rage and stuff. It's just hilarious, the idiotic people who on the internet think that, like, that doesn't happen. It's so common for fighting game players to act like that. You're in high adrenaline competitive nature, right? You're getting everything overexcited for a reason, to be competitive. So of course you're gonna freak out, you're gonna get mad, you're gonna rage. That's part of the experience. And these idiots who clip it out of context, they're like, oh, look how horrible this gamer is because they're raging. No, you're a moron. You've never done anything competitive in your life. That's why you sit around clipping stuff instead of playing games. You're a fucking idiot. This is how people get worked up when they play games like this. It's not meant to be super serious or anything, right?
Oh my god, he's drinking salt.
And these idiots just don't understand that people get worked up when you play something competitively. Like, just because I'm yelling at the game because I'm mad because a move dropped or someone's doing the same pattern, I can't get away around it, I'm getting angry. That's because my blood is, my adrenaline's up, my blood is boiling. I'm like, damn, I just want to get through this. I just want to figure out how to beat this. And it gets frustrating, and then that comes through, right? And I'm not mad at the viewers. I'm not mad at the player. I'm not mad at the game. I'm just mad at the situation because I can't figure out how to, you know, win. I can't figure out how to persevere through that adversity, and that actually drives me a little nuts. So, but it's good that some people are recognizing that, while others are just idiotic and will just do rage compilations because they're you know, mouth droolers.
Oh my god, he's drinking donations. A $50 tip from Brianna. I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look, it's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that?
I don't know if you discussed this. Did you decide if you're doing a Street Fighter 6 members only lobby? I'm getting the game tomorrow. I would love to do that, however, I don't know how the lobbies work. I don't know if the lobbies are platform specific or not. I know the game is cross-platform and you can play against people from other versions of the game. But I don't know if you can make a lobby and then invite people from other versions of the game. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how it works. I don't know if, like, for example, I'm on Xbox, if I can only invite people to an Xbox lobby, or if I'd be able to do cross-platform lobby. It's never really been explained, and I haven't obviously tested it yet. So, what I would say is, would I like to do that eventually? Yes. Can I promise anyone that? No, because I don't know how it works.
Wow, I received a $100 tip from Jinx. Is it a whale? It is a whale, because it has those whale-like teeth that filter things. It looks like cones. He's got a big old eyeball.
Alright, so good stuff. More Diablo coming. Thank you all. Obviously, incredibly supportive stream in every way. Massive gifted memberships, tons of super chats, huge tips, everything great. Thank you all for your support tonight. Until next time in a few days. Alright, and then it will be story developments. See you then.
Let's bust out our mobile phones and let's get ready to play mobile games.
There's idiotic people out there who will say things like, oh, you're just out of your mind. That's a delusion of grandeur. No, something that's factually backed up is not a delusion of grandeur. It's you're an idiot who doesn't want to look back at history because you believe negative memes and can't possibly believe that I was ever influential, right? There was a time when I would put out a video about something going on in the U.S. government, like SOPA or PIPA. The video would go viral and get hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of views. People who never heard about the subject matter before would be informed and actually go call their congressman. Yes, that's how influential I was on YouTube at one point. Just because you don't want to believe it, because you don't like me, and you like the negative memes about me, doesn't mean it didn't happen. It means you're a jackass. So, fuck you. If someone who's out there, I want to change history because I don't like Phil. He was never influential. He didn't coin any terms. He wasn't one of the most prolific YouTubers. He wasn't at the top of YouTube ranks. He never was good at Street Fighter. I mean, you want to talk about revisionist history. What these idiotic people have done. And then you get moronic people who are interviewing me, do no research, and then say dumb shit in the interview like the delusions of grandeur, proving how unprofessional and idiotic they are. Yeah, then you get these really stupid fucking takes from people on the internet who don't know shit. Sorry, I'm the person who was there 15 years ago. busting my ass putting out videos on YouTube, basically changing the face of how commentary was done. Where were you?
Delusions of grandeur. You can kiss my fucking ass. I was there. You can't change history just because you want to believe a negative mean and be toxic about me. Go fuck yourself. Oh my god, I'm toxic. I'm fucked. I'm dead.
So, Super Snow Carl Turbo HG Remix says, speaking of views, don't forget, Phil, if YouTube actually... Don't forget, Phil, if YouTube actually scared about people restreaming your live podcast, I believe you'd have 2,000 people watching. No, here's another thing. This is absolutely true. Because people say this all the time. Well, look at your video views. Well, look at your stream views. Guys, you have to understand something. Some of my biggest fans don't watch my raw content. They watch restreamers. It's true. They sit there as toxic idiots because YouTube allows restreams, allows rebroadcasts, right? But there's way more people following my content than just the people on my channels. Now, I'm lucky enough to have enough people who support me that it doesn't matter what my viewer counts are on anything. I can still make a living doing it. But it's absolutely true. There's way more people following my content than just the people on my actual stream. Why do you think there are people like Keemstar who follow me around and talk about me? Do you think Keemstar cares about a no-blow Joe Nobody who no one even knows? Of course not. It's because I have people who follow me for probably not good reasons, but they're still following me. My biggest fans are idiots because they fucking are obsessed about me in a toxic, negative way. It's just true. You know, these obsessed morons who just can't get enough of Dark Side Phil for some weird fucking reason. Normal people who watch my content aren't like that. But there's thousands of people constantly watching toxic content about me, and they're essentially my biggest fans because they're so obsessed. You understand? So, there you go. It's really ridiculous. People say, oh, you only have like, 300 viewers on your podcast. Yeah, and how many people are watching on the restream? And how many people will be watching this on another person's channel who microanalyzes it? And will take the last segment about delusions of grandeur and blow it up and make a video about it. You know what's really funny? Here's something hilarious. I have to say this. I know this is completely off topic, but just listen to this. So I'm doing something on YouTube like a day or two ago. And, videos show up in related videos, right? And a video showed up of one of my haters or whatever. And it said something like, DsP blows up about Review Tech appearing on the Side Scrollers podcast, okay? And I looked at it, and I was like, now, I gotta be transparent here. I had no idea that Rich appeared on the Side Scrollers podcast. I knew that Boogie had been on it, but I had no clue. After the whole debacle with Boogie and Wings and the podcast they wanted to do, and then they did their stupid fight, and then Keemstar trying to cause drama, I completely ignored the whole situation, and I'm not in the loop on any of this anymore. I'm not following any of it. They're doing their own shit, talking about me constantly, and I'm paying no attention to any of their antics. I'm just here, focused on my positive content. I'm paying no attention to the white noise outside of this stream. This is my focus. You guys and the community and this content, not them. I don't care about them, all right? So, I look at this and I'm like, what? There's an entire video literally says, Phil explodes. Like, he's so angry about Rich appearing on a Side Scrollers podcast. I'm like, I didn't even know that happened. And then I stupidly shouldn't have done this. I clicked on it. And of course, then it opens up all the related content. And yeah, apparently, I guess Rich did appear on the podcast. And I guess at one point on one of my podcasts, I didn't specifically say a word about Rich or Side Scrollers, but I was talking generally about something. And these idiots actually took it out of context saying that's what I was talking about, even though I didn't even know it happened. I have no clue what happened with him appearing on their podcast. I don't know what they talked about. I don't care. I'm completely out of the loop of this toxic shit. I'm done with it. Like I told you guys, I'm not involved in it anymore, nor do I care. If someone mentions it in the chat, ban. You're out of here, dude. I want absolutely, no, at all, no involvement with any of their drama or bullshit. I'm done completely with that. I checked out, all right? But it's hilarious. This is what people do. So my biggest fans watch my content, make fun of it, take it out of context, and make content of their own out of it. And those are my fans. Those are fans. Even though they're toxic, negative idiots, they're still fans, or else they wouldn't watch my shit every day, right?
That if someone is illegally restreaming my stream, those are my views. You're right, they are.
But if I drop a move, I'm going to call it out and say, man, I swear I did that move and it didn't come out and it's frustrating to me. That doesn't mean that I'm hating on the game. I think too many idiots out there always want to make something toxic and negative. Just because I'm saying a fact about what just happened. I know I did that input, it didn't come out. That doesn't mean I'm blaming the game, the joystick. I mean, I don't know what caused it, all right? Listen, I am 41 years old. Very much. These issues could be me. They could all be me. Literally, every single issue of a dropped move could have been me. I have no way to prove this, all right? Now, what some people are saying is there's a way to display your inputs on the screen. okay? That is true for what I'm to understand. You can make it so all your button inputs get showed on the screen. But number one, that's so intrusive. You're going to have a million commands on the side of the screen blocking the fucking view. That's number one. You don't want to do that. Number two, that's only representative of what's actually being registered in the game. So to give you an example, let's say I have this joystick and I press light kick. The game doesn't show it as an input. So now it looks like I never pressed the button, but I did, right? So is this the joystick's fault? You know what I'm saying? Could that be the joystick's fault? It could be. Could it be the Xbox's fault? It could be, but the game won't register it. So actually seeing, all you're seeing when you look at inputs is what registered. You're not seeing what actually was input. The only true way to judge inputs would have some kind of a third-party software running actually reading the joystick input, which doesn't exist. What people are asking for does not exist. The in-game input reading is only representative of what got to the game. That doesn't mean that that's what was actually pushed. You see what I'm saying? So some people, Phil's getting bodied. I don't care. Listen, at least I'm hanging. At least it's not every match isn't getting spanked like this, right? No, I'm actually hanging. I'm getting wins. Like, that's cool. That makes me it's enjoyable for everyone. It's enjoyable for you. It's enjoyable for me. I'm happy with that. I know I'm old, right? I know that I'm probably way above the average age of anyone playing this game. But that's cool. And I'm going to continue to play and enjoy, and hopefully you guys continue to enjoy the content, and I'm going to hope to get better. All right?
I'm not a cook.
I almost feel bad for him.
Someone analyzed Street Fighter 6 and found a really weird thing. Street Fighter 6 holds your inputs for an incredibly long period of time. If you don't release a direction, it'll continue to do the input for some weird reason. No Street Fighter game has ever done this before. So, for example, you can do a 360 motion, resulting in a jump, and hold that direction, and the entire time Zangief is up there, the 360 is stored. And if at any point you hit kick, he'll then do air 360. So here's what's happening. I'm down back blocking. I decided I want to jump forward and do a medium kick. So I go from down back, and I kind of do like a rounded jump up, which I guess the game is reading as a 360. It's not, but the game has such lax input shortcuts that it's reading it as a 360. I'm holding up, I press kick, the game thinks I want air 360. I don't. I mean, that's ridiculous. I went from down back to up forward, jumped a full arc, and as I'm landing doing a kick and it's giving me air 360, that's like a full second of a charged move that it's giving out. That's ridiculous. I don't want a full second of a charged move, but people are discovering this about the game. So these are things that need to be learned and things that we need to discover and try to figure out. So for example, to avoid that, I have to jump and go to neutral. I have to jump and not hold a direction and then press kick, and I'll get my jump kick instead of aerial 360, which I don't want. You see?
All right, guys. Thank you very, very much. Until next week, peace out. Thanks for watching DSP versus the Internet. See you next time. Okay. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.